Janju Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Junyen Gibe Sunamki Jola Benchir Sangye Jubarsho Chidang Sogi Chanamla Janju Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Jola Benchir Sangye Jubarsho Shogi Demogi
Shogi.
So I just want to apologize. I didn't realize my class was today, so I don't have a quiz prepared. So next time my class comes up, we'll have a longer quiz.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, so here we go.
He'd love to.
It's recording my important parts. When in doubt, hit it with your hit it hard. Okay, we passed a part already last term where Choni Lamas was explaining the Mushi Kengo, which are we just had Mushi Musum, right? The four combinations between two things, and this is a famous proof of emptiness. It's called Mushi Kengok. Say Mushi? Mushi. Kengok. Kengok. Heavy pre-nasal because of an open vowel in front of it, right here. Okay? Kengok. So it sounds like it's Kengok. Okay? Kengok, like Ganden Monastery. Okay? So the proof is here. Let's take all the results in the universe. They don't grow from their own side because you don't get one result from one cause, you don't get multiple results from multiple causes, you don't get one result from multiple causes, and you don't get multiple results from one cause. So 4 possibilities, all right? Then he said, Druptul Shen to She, which means if you want to know how to prove this, go find it somewhere else, which is really irritating. And we just passed it because we wanted to keep going. But to make a nice translation on mixed nuts standards, which are extremely high, we should give it to the reader. We shouldn't repeat his unhelpfulness. You know, we should have it in a footnote. We should help the reader. Okay. So Druptsul, as I mentioned earlier today, it means how you prove it, right? But Sul Drup, if you reverse those two, it means how you prove the 3 relationships that are necessary for a correct reason, right? Now, let's see if previously he has used Drup Tsul or Tsul Drup, okay? Let's look for Tsul Drup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's all over. So somebody got I don't know, the guy who carved it or something. By the way, Druptsul makes sense. How you prove it makes sense. But his style, his pattern has been to say, Tsul Drup. How do you prove the 3 relationships here? And so we went looking for either one last night, like around 11 or something. Because I had a long nap when I got home, so I was able to work at night. And we found a lot of options, okay? So here we go. Oops. Yeah, I got a lot of options for you. Here's Kedup Dembadagye, same person. Sorry, Sugeng's author. Okay. He's got one, okay? He goes through the Druptsul, see? He, like here, he says, Kabadrupala means, by the way, basically when you want to prove a logical statement, when you want to prove the 3 relationships in a logical statement, which is the definition of a
Correct
a
reason.
good logical reason, okay, a good logical statement. If three relationships hold, it's true. If three relationships don't hold, it's untrue. The definition of a correct reason in Buddhism is tsusumimba. It has the three relationships. Give an example. Dachichen mitate chepichir, the most famous reason of all time. Let's take sound. It's changing because it was created. Why is that the classical argument?
Because of Om and the...
Yeah, because of Om. They were talking to people who said that Om was eternal or unchanging, okay? And they said, take sound. It is changing because everything that's created is because it's created. The two important relationships here are choksha, which means does one apply to three?
Yeah.
Is it true that sound is created?
Yes.
The other important relationship is if three, then two.
Yes.
If it's created, then it has to be changing. There's a third relationship, which is called dokya, which means if it's not changing, it can't be created. Okay? Not two, not three. But the fact is, if the second relationship holds, the third one always holds. So basically, you have to prove two relationships. Because if the second one holds, the third one automatically holds. Why they have to have three then? You know, you got to go to the winter debates for a couple of years. And really, it's a big deal. So anyway, all we have to do really is prove two relationships. We have to show how two relationships hold. The chokcha, one is three, and the kyaba, the j-kyab, which is if three, then two. Okay, got it? So here, he said, go find the confirmation of the relationships elsewhere. So we're like, okay, we will. And here we got it with this reason. Okay, and it's Keduk Tenpa Dargye, very reliable source from the greatest monastery in the universe. John gave me an interesting history of Sera Monastery yesterday, which is like this thick, which means I put it on my shelf. Now, if you should breathe for it, it goes in the bathroom. But who can poop that long? So just kidding. So here's Keduk Tenpa Dargye. I'll prove to you the J-Cup. Okay? Kepa Drupala means I'm going to prove the J-Cup. If three, then two for you. With this mushi, with this proof of emptiness. Now, what does he say about the first relationship, which is called, in Tibetan? Chokcha. He says, ta-da, chokchu shenle she.
So you can find that somewhere else.
Yeah, okay, he messed us up. I think the other guy was following him. He's like, oh, you can find the other one somewhere else.
They might be working together.
I think they're collaborating, right? Okay. So I propose we skip Keduk Tenpa Dargye. If he doesn't have the chutzpah to give us both relationships, I don't want to talk to him. Okay, so here I got another one for you. This is Tongtun Chemo. This is Keduk J. Somebody should translate it. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to start it before you're ready.
That's fine with me.
Here, Tsudrupala. Now he says, Chokchu Drupala. I'll show you why there's a Chokchu. The one, if one, three. If one is three. Okay? What's he say about if three, two?
Go somewhere else.
He says, oh, that's the same as in Chikdutao.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to cover it. The other guy didn't want to do the...
One.
First one.
Yeah. No, the other guy's willing to do the kava and not the chokcha. Now this guy says, go look somewhere else for the kava and I'll do the chokcha.
Right.
You irritating guys. So I kept going.
Still in KJJ.
Here's Chankyarope Dorje.
He's got to do both, or you couldn't really call it the great.
Well, I went and got the Chikdutao from him.
Oh, right.
Because Keduk J said, go get the Chikdutao chokcha.
Right.
I'll give you the kava, but you go get the chokcha somewhere else.
Other way around.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Huh?
He never wrote about it himself?
Then something happened at midnight,
Right before. Right.
I found it in Tongtu Chimo.
Oh, back to time.
Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Oh,
that's good.
so he was referring to his own Chiktujo.
Himself.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's not.
He did his own
At least he's
Chiktujo.
referring to his own book.
Yeah, which I couldn't find the first time. So I suggest we go to Kirukje as a sort of a auspicious, since someone in this room's got to do him, and it's going to be a long project.
How long is that book?
Oh, it's going to take about 9 years or something, but it's worth it. Okay, anyway, let's go get the half that he offered us, and then we'll get the half that he refused to offer us.
Same.
Okay.
Was that a book called One or Many? Bless
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
No, proof. What's in the book?
No, there was.
Somebody wrote a book about just one or many.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a very long book,
Oh.
but it is a book. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Tongtun Chimo. Where is that? So I'm gonna say we're gonna use this in our footnote. How's that? Okay, because in the end we can use this in half our footnote. Okay.
4 half.
Okay, please. Okay, so here we go. Let me see where we want to stop. Well, let's stop here and see how it goes.
Who wrote
Okay.
the One or Many book?
I think it was Chunkyam. I'm not sure. We'll check. Okay, here we go.
Sudrupala. Kyapa dupa chik tam dudel. Tapki kyapa. Drup su tam dudel. Chok chi drupala.
Let's cut here. Okay. Okay. Sudrupala.
As for how to prove the 3.
Good. As for how to prove the relationships, because he's going to try to get away with 2, which is okay. As for proving the relationships, which is what your author meant to say, but he reversed it. Okay.
Now he's mile.
For the Kyaba, if you want the Kyaba, okay, to prove the Kyaba, I want you to go to Chitudel.
Yeah.
But he gave it a more complete name, and God bless him. Why?
Because often the do and the tu are confused because do means duma and tu is just the postposition.
When you say go to the store, right? In Tibetan, it's la. Store la dro. Go to the store. La store la. Okay. That's a preposition, but it's really a postposition because it comes after the store.
Yeah.
Store to go. Okay. So in Tibetan, that's called ladun. It means the 2 series. Okay. And there are rules about how you use, which one you use, because there's la, there's tu, there's suru duru nala tu. In the grammar, I memorized it. It's a mess. Suru duru nala tu. These are all the choices. So here, if it means 2, it should be spelled tu after a G. Okay? So people go through all these logic texts and fix them to chik tutra, which is wrong, because it's really chik dang dudra, neither one nor many. They took the first part of many is the same as 2, and then they fixed it wrong, which is what you're going to do with my books later, and I curse you ahead of time. Okay? Okay? Don't fix my stuff, okay? All right, there's a reason for it. Try to find the reason before you fix it. Sometimes it really does need to be fixed.
Are we still cursed?
Okay, yeah, I'll still curse you. Okay, so anyway, God bless him that he said Chik Dung Dudrao instead of Chik Dudao. Brilliant, very nice, okay. Who is that? K-J. Great book. Someone should translate. Did I say that? Yeah. Taki Kyaba Duptil Dang Ring Da. By the way, this is heavy prenasal and it shouldn't be, but it is. Ring Da. What's it mean?
Things within that class or things that are like that?
The same follows through all.
Yeah, what he's saying is, it's basically the same. Ring Da means basically the same. It's a way of saying basically the same. It means same type. Okay? The proof of the Kyaba for Mushi Kengo, proof of emptiness, is similar. It's pretty much the same as the proof for the Kyaba of Chiktrudel, which are two proofs of emptiness. Okay? Got it? Basically the same. Ring Da means same type. Same time, okay? And then he doesn't give it to us. He goes on. So that we gotta remember to go back and find that. Especially in his own book. You know. Did he give it?
Wouldn't we just follow and go do it right now and then come back here?
Nah. I mean we should maybe, but I wanna finish him. I wanna finish this one. By the way, the normal order is Chokcha first, then Kyaba. Yeah, because Chokcha is considered number 1, and then J-Kyab is considered number 2, and Do-Kyab is considered number 3 normally. Okay.
So it's just forewarning that he's not going to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll give you the Kyaba later. Okay. Now, as far as Chokcha, oops, I just wiped it out. Okay, go, please. Let me split it somewhere convenient for you. Here, let's split it here. Okay, go.
Chokchu Drupala, Mu Dampo Ni Ngopa, Ken Sumlan Jar Te Shena, Mikwangi, Mikwangi Pan, Kona Ke Tamik Shekipu, Kona Ke.
Okay. Chokchu Drupala means let's prove the first relationship is 1 is 3. Number 1 is 3, right? Mu Damboni Gokpa. The first 2 combinations, which were, I don't remember. Okay, was it can be one, cannot be the other, cannot be the other? Okay, I don't remember. You want to go find it? Should we go find it? Mark this place. Now, is our order the same as his order?
That's another problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to know his order.
Because he's going to talk about it. Right?
Okay, someone remember this.
Okay.
1 to 1, okay? Then many to many. Then many to 1. Then 1 to many.
1 to 1, many to many, many to 1.
Here we go again. 1 to 1. Many to many. That's easy. You want to write it down? Okay, let's do it again. 1 to 1, many to many, many to 1, 1 to many. Okay, got it. That's Choni Lama's order. We're not quite sure.
Yeah, right.
It's not necessarily K-J's order. Okay. Okay, so if he's referring to the first 2 moves, what's he talking about?
1 to 1 and many.
Yeah, 1 to 1 and many to many. Okay. Can one
We hope.
cause create one result? And what's this? And can many causes create many results? Okay, that's all.
1 and 3, right?
No, first 2.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well, it's his first 2, but we don't know what's his first 2. Okay. I wonder if he mentions his first 2. Oh, he does. Okay. And he quotes another book. He's different. Okay, write it different. He uses it different. Many causes create one. Many causes create many results. One cause creates many results, and one cause creates one result. Okay? He's interesting, by the way. He says he's going to treat the Rangyupa's treatment of Mushi Kengo. But let's hope it's not much different. And he repeats it here. Let's check it again. He repeats it. 1 to 1.
No, that was number 4.
Okay, so cancel the one I just gave you. Here's his real one. Okay. Dun Dampar, in an ultimate sense. one cause cannot create one result. In an ultimate sense, one cause cannot create many results. In an ultimate sense, oh, by the way, he didn't put in an ultimate sense on the second one, but anyway, many causes cannot create one result. That's the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then many causes cannot create many results, and many misspellings in this paragraph,
Right, and that's
like doom. Okay, anyway,
Doing this dim dum bar. I thought he's the one who taught us about that.
But he just said he's presenting Svatantra.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kirubje says, I'm giving you the Mushi Kengok for Svatantrika. But I don't think we should confuse our reader further. This is going to be bad enough. Okay, Chotu Dubla. So the first two moves,
1 to 1, 1 to many.
okay? 1 to 1, 1 to many. One cause, one result, one cause, many results. Cannot. It's always cannot. One cause cannot create one result. And one cause cannot create many results. That's the argument to prove emptiness.
Ultimately.
Yeah, ultimately speaking. Okay? Mu dambo ni gopa. Go ahead. Kensun la jarte shina. If I were to explain it by applying it to the kensun,
The three conditions.
the three types of conditions. And there are four. Okay? And we're going to get it in somebody else's text today. Stanley's text. There are four classic Abhidharma cans. Okay? And it was treated in the first chapter of Nagarjuna.
Different kinds of causes, not different criticisms.
Let me go give it to you. I actually inserted my translation of that section into whoever's text it was. We're going to hit it. But let me give it to you again. Okay? This is why we take so long to do things. Okay, here's the translation of the commentary to Nagarjuna's wisdom. The four factors is a big subject in Nagarjuna. And it doesn't come up. Yay! Oops, misspelled. Here. This is classic, okay? Chatvara Patyaya, Hetur, Arambanam, Anantaram. Okay? So somebody comes and says, what are the four conditions? So Kirubje is only treating three of them, okay? But here's the classic four, according to Nagarjuna, okay? Mentioned by Nagarjuna. Ken Nam Shite. The conditions are four. There's a Gyuken, which means causal condition. There's a Mikken, which means the coffee cup which inspires a visual consciousness. There's the Temataken, which means misunderstanding your husband immediately leads to getting angry. Okay? It's called the immediately after factor. Okay? And usually it's mental. Okay? These are, you know, if you don't understand your husband when he yells at you, it's an immediate condition to get angry. Okay? And then, sorry? Oh, it's called Dematagyan. Yeah, in Abhidharma. So put Kyan after one. The first one's called Gyuken. The second is called Mikken. The third one is called Dematagyan. And the fourth one is called Dakkyan or Dakboyikyan. Okay, sometimes it's called Dakboyikyan or Dakkyan.
Ken Napa?
Kyan Ngapa Yomayin.
Oh, there isn't.
Yeah, there is no fifth. This is Nagarjuna. This is early Nagarjuna. This is the fourth verse of his whole book. You know, because he discusses the emptiness of the four conditions, and he takes them from Abhidharma. Okay, so we haven't got to it yet. In 5 causes, 4 conditions in the Abhidharma second chapter. Okay, we haven't got there yet. Sorry, what?
Condition here means cause.
Oh, there's a condition called the cause condition. Okay, it's kind of confusing. It's very confusing. Okay, and actually our author, here's the English, okay? I added condition to everything in the translation, okay? All right, causal condition, object condition, condition for what comes immediately after, and find the dominant condition. There is no fifth kind of condition, okay?
Probably immediately after.
Here, dematakin, yeah.
Oh, the fourth line. Just
Yeah.
the editor and me noticed that.
Okay? And here's commentary by Choni Lama, skillfully interweaving the root text, which is difficult to translate correctly, difficult to weave it in English. Okay? So the italics are the root text. Causal condition which exists in the form of any seed which acts to produce a particular result. Okay? That's a gyuken. That's a cause condition. A cause condition. Okay? And what's an object condition? Any object which produces a mental awareness of itself, like a coffee cup, inspires a perception of a coffee cup. By the way, which is the central problem of ignorance. $100 question.
Or we think that the
$100.
is out there.
You gotta say more for $100. I want more answer.
Because we think it's their fault.
That's getting closer.
They're yelling, like the yelling husband as the object caused my anger.
$100 to the Stanley Chen family.
You better talk to him about that.
I think Nick should get 25. He should get 75.
25 to 75.
Yeah, yeah. Because he was on it, but he just didn't talk enough. Because he had to take care of Amelie last night.
And this morning.
Got it?
And this morning.
You know, I got this dog. It's almost. I can almost understand what it's like.
Yeah, that's what you think until you have a kid.
They're very similar. Constant attention. He needs
Right.
constant
The problem
attention.
is it's the order.
No, he gets in the corner and starts howling. You know. Anyway,
Funny.
so what Stanley said, to just restate it, it's very interesting because this is the one that causes the trouble. You think that the outside object inspires the awareness of the outside object. Therefore, you get mad at your husband because you say the husband made me mad. You see what I mean? And in Madhyamika, we reverse it. He's coming from you. Got it? So to think that he's causing your perception to him is the root of all evil. This evil second abhidharma cause, object condition, okay? Mikyan, okay? Something you're looking at inspires the awareness of it. And we feel like that. Oh, the sky's blue, and it triggered my blue consciousness. We believe that. We feel that, and that's what causes all our trouble. Okay, third one, Dhammatakyan. Produces a result just after the cause has ended. I don't know, I mean... Anyway. And then the dominant condition, if it's present, of its own accord will produce something. Those are the classical, rough descriptions, bamshe. Okay, bamshe. What's bamshe? Bamshe means like a rough description. It's not a technical definition, but you know.
The modifier, if it is present with only this one. I mean, if the other ones are present, they're going to produce a result.
I know. By the way, they're not mutually exclusive. Okay, that's another thing. And it's a messy thing, and to go to the Kins is a messy thing, and I don't know why anybody would go to the Kins, but he did. Okay, so now we're going to skip, we're going to go out on Nagarjuna, we're coming back. Now, he wants to treat Ken Sum.
Yeah, which one is it?
He's only going to talk about 3 of them. Which 3 we don't know yet.
Let's hope he does Dhamma.
So, Mudambunyin Gopa, Ken Sumla, Jarte. So, to treat the first 2 moos, I'm going to see how they apply to the first 3 of the conditions of the 4. Okay, got it? This Kedubje's approach. Let's talk about 3 of the conditions and see if you can get the first 2 moos with them. What's the first 2 moos?
1 to 1, 1 to many.
1 to 1 and
1 to many.
1 to many, which is pretty normal, right?
We can easily remember because it's 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with
Keep the first one. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to split them. Let's number them. Okay, first kin, second kin, third kin. Okay, here we go.
Am I reading again, or are we gonna? Did
Uh,
I read this already?
No.
Chok Chudrupala.
read this one. Read this.
Mik wangi, mik wangi pa kona nig damik she chikbo kona ke arachko.
Yes, she did.
That's kind of weird. It doesn't quite make sense. But anyway, does a single instance of the sense power of the eye, he's not going to the coffee cup, he's going to the sense power of the eye. Does a single instance of the sense power of the eye cause only a second power of the eye, or does it create an awareness of what you're looking at?
Okay, okay. That's not,
Only an awareness of what you're looking at.
Is he referring to in the next moment?
yeah,
He doesn't say.
but kind of. I mean, it leads to an awareness and it leads to the next moment of that sense power.
Now, I propose the old system of
Makes sense.
what do they call that in military?
Dividing time?
No, like
Oh,
parachute in,
MLN.
parachute in behind them,
Yeah.
and work backwards.
Parachute theory.
Battle of the bulge, I guess.
Mixed nuts term.
Yeah, like forget the first one. I don't understand it. Let's go to the second one.
Behind enemy lines.
And then maybe the first one will come clear. Okay, so here we go. I use this a lot. Okay, Dambotarna. Okay, if it's the case that the sense power of the eye can only create a second sense power of the eye, okay? If it's the case that a sense power, visual sense power, only creates a visual sense power, second one, in the next moment, and not a first moment awareness of the object, which is behind the sense power. Got it? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and why this is relevant to the Mushi, let's see.
It's okay so far.
Okay, so Dambotarna, if it's the first way,
One cause.
please read.
Oh, which is not great.
Tambogana drowa tamche longwartao.
Lower tau. Lower tau, down. Yeah.
Mik wangle mik she kie mi sipe.
Misipe che. Dambotarna, if it's only one-to-one,
Uh-huh.
okay, if the eye power, sense power, can only create a single result of the next sense power, okay, then everybody's longwa. Mik longwa. Blind. Then everybody in the world is blind.
Because you can't.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah, because the sense power doesn't create the awareness.
Yeah.
Or it only creates the sense power of the next moment.
Right. So there's no awareness.
Yeah, okay? So we just disproved one-to-one,
Right.
okay? If it's always that your eyeball can only create one result,
And it's
like the eyeball of the next moment,
right, which can't
then
see
everybody in the world is blind.
Yeah.
So, ta. Got
They
it?
don't know what they
We just beat the first. But which kin are we in?
Oh,
I like to say we're in the Mikan. I'm not sure. Let's see where he goes. Okay.
I would just say Kishore June because from Shay. Big Shay could come from somewhere else.
Okay, please read. Nipa.
Nipa tarnam drowa tamche longwartao.
Lower Tau.
Longwartao. Mik wang kie chik ni to me kie mi sipe.
And even if it's the second way, which is the Na'ang,
uh-huh.
okay? And even if it's the second way, people are still
Blind.
blind.
Right.
If it's the second way, people are still blind. Why? Because the first instance of the eye power could not, in a flow, create a second instance of itself.
Okay.
What he's still fighting one-to-one.
Yeah.
He's still fighting one-to-one. What's the first one? The eye power.
The first one is the eye
The
power.
the eyeball.
The eyeball can't
the patch of cells at the back of the eye.
Right, it can't just
Yeah.
lead to another eyeball.
I'll give you a choice. Are you a 1-1 guy? Say yes. Okay, I'll give you a choice. Does the eye create the awareness of the eye, 1-to-1? Or does the eye create the eye of the next moment, 1-to-1? Which one? And he goes, oh, it creates the consciousness. It creates the eye of the next moment. Okay, then everybody's blind, because it does not trigger a consciousness. No, it triggers a consciousness. Oh, well, then in the second moment, you're blind. Because there's no second moment of eye power.
So this is still 1-to-1.
It's still 1-to-1. Got it?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. Cute and difficult.
I'm just curious.
Sorry?
Tune.
Oh, yeah, tune means inner flow. Connected temporally.
Okay.
Tune means inner flow. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
And it's extremely rare. I don't think I've ever seen it more than twice or something. Now.
What?
Yeah.
We're on to the third move.
Yeah, what happened to the second move?
Oh, wait a minute.
He's trying to save money.
Well, you know he's always trying to confuse people.
That's his.
And there's a she.
Yeah.
He's not as bad as Geltsup J.
He got infected.
Yeah. Bad influence.
Probably they were used to go out for coffee and say, "Who'd you confuse today?" Geltsup J and Kidder J. Anyway, let's go on. Let's jump over the parachuters who jumped over the front line. Okay, here you go.
무슨 방법하니? 유tum에 뇌부 찍거나 캐나 믹셰킨 용외 차탕 열기 남파 샤웨 차탕 열리수 재판진 느키 차숨포 낭내 강문 찍거나 믹셰키 캔숨 개 락체 수텔웨 믹셰키 케츠 셴이 니 시베 팜 규메 두 케파르텔로.
This is very sophisticated and difficult. Okay, so let's go slow. We're gonna deny the third move, the third combination, which was
Many to one.
many to one. Can many factors create a single cause? Can many factors create a single cause? Just to set it up for you, I'm going to do it his way.
Factors and causes, or is it causes and results? Can
He doesn't distinguish between them. Yeah.
Which is part of what's so frustrating.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't know how far he's going. Anyway, let's
He
go.
said we're talking about Ken. So.
Okay.
Now I'm starting to think he's talking about a different Kens, but because he's going to mention some here. But let's go. Good to me, and the verb is ke.
Many results.
Yeah, many causes.
Many causes.
Ke. Okay, and you have to cut it short
Bring about.
to linguistic compensation for the D. If it were S, ke. Okay, so you gotta say ke. You gotta cut your throat. Ke. And that makes it active tense. Chepaponguso yepe tense. Okay, special tense, active tense. Okay, so do many causes, ke, a single result. Just a single result, okay? Kena. Okay, if you say it does, right? If you say many causes can produce a single result, okay?
And the parts of the experience of the...
Let's consider the aspect of the awareness of what you're seeing, which is experience. The experience of seeing.
Okay.
I'm seeing. Okay, consider I'm seeing, okay? And let's consider the aspect or the element. These are elements of a perception. Number one, an experience.
Okay.
First element. Second,
There's
the object is appearing in the mind.
coloration of
The object is appearing in the mind. Second kind of element going on. We got two elements so far. There's an experience, and there's an appearance of the object in the mind. Okay? And there's going to be another cha, okay? Yo risu chepa zin nu. So you don't know risu chepa, okay? Risu chepa means to isolate. Okay? To isolate. Okay, it's a difficult word. Risu chepa means cut into types. Ri and rik are the same. RIS and RIGS are the same thing. Okay, so risu chepa means to distinguish. Okay. So there, and furthermore, there's an ability of the mind, new. There's an element where the mind has the ability to isolate the object from the other things in the world. Okay, got it? So there's three things going on as a result of one cause, okay? You looked at a coffee cup. What happened? Number one, you had a feeling of experiencing something. Number two, you had coffee cup in your mind. Number three, you didn't have other things in your mind. You isolated this object, okay? Three results of a single cause. Okay, these three elements of perception happening in the second moment. Got it? He was supposed to be talking about
Many to one.
yeah, many to one. Oh, shema, shema.
Over there. Oh, she's next.
Okay, of these three elements in an active perception, okay, of these three, okay, sumbe nangne, and by the way, those might be the kiensum.
Yeah, they probably are.
Okay, sorry about that. Kangrung chik kona, then only one of them, of the three, kangrung chik, then only one of the three must be the langje. And by the way, for some reason they prenasal it. Langje.
Oh.
Okay. They don't say lakje. They say langje. What is lakje?
The
10 dot.
impression, the aftermath, the thing, the imprint,
What's it literally mean?
the prep.
Oh, to like butter it.
No.
On
Lak.
your hand, if you press in
hand
like an
afterwards.
indent or something.
Yeah.
It's like that thing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Hand.
Yeah, where you is it your feet? That's a real lakje.
Hands.
Yeah. And the existence of the Abhidharma in the world is a lakje of the Buddhas having been here for 81 years. It's the
Imprint.
yeah, it's like a footprint. It proves he was here. So we call it a lakje. We call it it's the footprint of the Buddha. Nobody gets the money. Okay, I get the money. Okay, so langje, kangje. There's a famous Nagarjuna thing where if you perceive emptiness directly, all the ocean of knowable things becomes the amount of water in a kangje of a cow.
The footprint of a cow.
Yeah, the footprint in the mud of a cow with some water at the bottom. You reduce all the noble things in the world from an ocean to the kangje, the water in a kangje. Okay, got it?
Yes.
So anyway, Nangne, why is it relevant here? The three conditions, factors in a visual perception. Mikshe kiken sumke. The mikshe, this is an indication that the three kens were there. Okay, it's the footprint left by the kensum, by the three causes, by the three conditions. Okay.
What is the footprint of the three conditions?
I don't know. Maybe the mikshe. Maybe the
Or
mikshe.
is it only?
Okay.
That's rough.
Yeah. Something is indicating that the kensums were there. Something is the footprint left by the kensum.
Okay.
I think it might be mikshe.
Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mouse.
Okay. Telway, okay, must be. Let's keep going. Let's jump over the parachuters that jumped over the parachute. Okay, and then we'll go back. I keep promising to go back. Jesa Telway. Mikshe hike shenyi misipam. In that case, then the other two features of visual perception would be impossible, okay? Or it would have had to come about through no causes at all. What was it trying to prove, this third one?
We're trying to disprove
Many
Yeah, it should be
things.
Many causes cannot.
I guess you have to treat these three elements as the three conditions, as the many causes. And you have to treat a visual perception as the result. And somehow those three can't create one result.
Which we don't.
And I think he's trying to say, I don't know. Let's go to the fourth one. Then let's cook it for till your next class, okay? This is not a bad strategy. Sometimes when you sleep on it, you figure it out.
I'm so happy to.
Sleep on it.
Yes, sometimes when I sleep on it, you figure it out.
Because I'm not sleeping. Wow.
How many more minutes do we have?
2 minutes.
Let's try. Let's just start it, okay? What is the fourth combination?
Many.
Many to many. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Shema takpa tarki miksheki tenki kensunki shape kipar sumpo tet dundambar kensun sope kipan yina
Mm-hmm.
miksheki kensunki shape langje sumpo tet
Nice.
dumpar tade me kyang lola tade par nyang wa sanginam lo kang lang tade par mi nang wa yinam dumpar dundampar tade bayin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's giving options, okay? The two nums are option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay, and he says if the first one holds true, so the sentence continues, the paragraph continues with if the first one holds true. So it's got to be 3 options, okay? Talking about 3 options. Mu shipa gakpani, many to many, I'm going to deny. How? Shema tapatar, as I have just explained, I'm going to do pieces because I don't understand the whole yet, okay? Shema tapatar, as I just explained, miksheki tengi kensum kishape kepasum. 3 differences which apply to visual consciousness which are established through the 3 conditions. Okay? 3 qualities, kepasum. 3 qualities of the perception, visual perception, which are brought about by 3 conditions.
Probably the one you mentioned in the last paragraph.
Yeah, okay. Now he's talking about 3 qualities of the visual perception that are triggered by 3 conditions of the cause. Okay, which is many to many. Okay, so 3 qualities of the resulting awareness that I'm seeing. I'm seeing. That has 3 qualities, and they are triggered by the 3 conditions. Okay, many to many. Okay. Sumbade, dindambar, kentun tope kepayina. If this is produced in an ultimate way, okay, from its own side, okay, by the convening here, tsoks, by the convening of the 3 conditions, okay, coming together, dune chepe chu in duce, okay, by the convening, convergence, okay. Who said that? I should give you some money, but I'm not gonna. Okay, all right. If it's produced that way, okay, then make sheki kensum kishabe langje sumbode. Then the footprint left by the 3 conditions, which triggered the visual consciousness. Okay, then the footprints, the 3 footprints. Left by the 3 conditions which triggered the visual consciousness. Okay, tsumbade, denda bartade mekyang, although they are not ultimately separate from one another. Okay. Lola tade panawatsam, they do appear to the mind as if they were separate. is that the case? Or, okay, here's the num. Or is that lo kanglan tade pa minnawa yinam? Or do they not appear as separate to any state of mind at all? He's giving us 3 choices. Okay, number 1, what's the first choice? Lola te daipa nawatsam. They just appear separate to the mind. Second choice, lo kanlan tade pa minnam. They didn't appear separate to any state of mind. Third choice, din daba tade pa yin. Ultimately speaking, they are separate. 3 choices. I'll say it again. 3 choices. Is it just that they appear to the mind as separate? A. B. Is it that they never appear to any state of mind as separate? Or C. Is it that they are, ultimately speaking, separate? Okay.
Now, would it be? Is he doing ultimate here, or is he doing like in fact? Like we wouldn't think about nature of existence here, but like they are separate.
No.
They just appear this way.
Yeah.
They are separate. Not like
I think he's saying ultimate.
a lack of a self-nature.
He means ultimate. He does.
He does?
Ultimate as compared to just appearing to a state of mind.
Well, don't forget he said he's gonna. Sorry.
Svatantrika.
Yeah. He said he's doing Svatantrika way. So ultimate to them would mean
It appears to a bunch of different states.
without a 50% participation of the perception. See what I mean?
Right.
50-50 school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Baba Viveka loves to say Dundamba.
We're a little bit
Yeah, I
at it.
remember that.
Following Baba Viveka, they love this bit.
Sorry.
Bless you. Goodness
Sorry, it's
gracious.
just I'm allergic to these reasons. Okay.
It's allergies.
Have you ever tried
It's just
eating
allergies.
local bee pollen?
I did try that. I've tried everything,
Have you
trust
tried
me.
putting local bee pollen
I
up your
tried
nose?
heavy drugs, they seem to work. Okay. It's the juniper season.
It is.
I asked my allergist, should I cut the juniper down outside my window? He said, yeah, and the other 10,000 behind it. Sangye Shindu Mingte Uwargi Yokunanda Shingla Chipasho Yam Guru Rana Mandala Kanyayatayami Di Kewokun Sanam Yeshe Tsotso Shing Sanam Yeshe Le Chungwe Well, that's nasty. You know, it may be too hard for a footnote. You know, maybe that's why he said Shendushe. You know, you read another book about it. I don't think it has to be this difficult. Maybe, I don't know.
I think Shendushe is like, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So let's finish it as a matter of principle.
And then figuring out, are we going to do an appendix?
Exactly.
Or are we
Okay.
gonna do what this means is this, as it says.
I think it's kind of, you know, in a Buddhist superstitious way, it's auspicious for working on that book if we take a chunk of it now. It's going to plant a seed in somebody in the room is going to work on that book. I really hope someone does work on that book. I want to work on that book.
Well, if you want it, then we all.
Anyway, I don't have time, I don't think, so.
Then it should be the next book. So you have to.
Well, if I